Hi everyone, so I have a little bit of time before I get to work to do my face, so I thought I would show you everything that I've packed in my travel bags because I got back from Japan last weekend or the weekend before and I still haven't unpacked my makeup bags, which yes, there are two. I feel like I'm pretty reasonable with packing except for the makeup department. I tend to pack more than I need because I liked having options and I thought it would be fun to kind of go through what I packed versus what I actually used. I did this video quite a while ago with my sister where I discussed the makeup I was packing for our travels 2 years ago. This time I potentially packed more, but I do feel like I used quite a bit of it. So I'll go through what I used in this giant bag. I love this bag, by the way. This is from Alphabet Bags. They're I think a UK company, and they do all these cool alphabet bags. So let's go through that, shall we? So I did bring this MAC Face and Body foundation. This is in Light Pearl. This is one of their limited edition releases. I don't know why this was in there. I feel like this could be part of a permanent range. I bought this because actually the shade is quite tan. It's too dark for me actually, but I feel like I could get away with it because it was like 35 degrees every day and really humid. And you know what? I realized I did not bring any sweatproof makeup. I feel like this does come off, this does sweat off, but it sweats off nicely. It is quite sheer, so when it kind of comes off, my skin still looks okay. It still has a bit of coverage, but obviously it's not as beautiful and dewy and fresh looking as when I first apply it. So as you can see, this actually is darker than the other side and actually darker than my neck. So I kind of had to run it down a little bit, but I felt like I could get away with it. Yeah, it just kind of made me remember how much I really like the Face and Body formula. So I did use this every day. It was not a waste of space because it was the only foundation I brought. I didn't really give myself many options. I also brought my trusty Concrete Minerals eye primer. I gave my Urban Decay Primer Potion a break. It's reliable. I know it's gonna work. And it's been ages since I've use this one because I have been focusing on my Project Pan one. So I use this every day that I was using eyeshadow, which I think was every day actually. I think I wore eyeshadow every day. So for eyeshadow, it probably does not come as a surprise, but I did bring quite a few options because I like playing with eyeshadow. I did bring this new Dose of Colors Iluvsarahii eyeshadow palette, which is the one that looks like this. Used this one quite a lot. Then I also brought the Baked Browns palette from Dose of Colors. I think I used this maybe 4 times of the 9 days I was there, which I think is pretty good. This Nabla palette, because of course I felt like I had to bring a empty palette with, you know, a few pops of colors. I did not use all these shades, but I did use this red shade. I think I used this one, which is from Nabla. This is Water Dreams, and this one as well. I think I only used a few, so that was not that smart of me. And then I also brought the Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter Stack, which I pretty much used half the time as well. I do think this is a really, really nice, just smoky eye palette. And I like that it has a red because I love reds. And this is a great black, a really fantastic black. I also actually did pack Diamond Dog from Urban Decay in my hand carry bag, but did not use it once. So today I am gonna use the Dose of Colors palette because that is the palette that I used probably the most frequently. And I really like the shades. I think that she did a really good job in choosing the colors because I feel like you could do something really simple. You can also do something really impactful because they've got this gorgeous pop of teal. This black, it does have lots of glitter in it, but I feel like when you blend it out and everything, it kind of goes with everything. So I can forgive that. I also did bring my color switch and a whole bag of brushes in my Zoeva pouch because I need to have my tools with me. That is something that I find I can't, you know, just get away with not having because otherwise my makeup's gonna look like crap. I'm gonna start with the peach shade here. Just kind of put that all over my eyelid. I think this is quite a pretty shade. Good pigmentation too. Nice blendability. Now when I was in Japan, I was contemplating vlogging it, but then we ended up not even taking very many photos. And I feel like if you don't take photos or you don't take videos and put them on Facebook or social media, it almost feels like it didn't happen. But I wanted to live in the moment and I just wanted to enjoy time. On top of that, it kind of is hard to do it with a baby. But I will insert a few clips here if I do have any of my travels. Tom did take most of the photos. I have a few, but we didn't even get a photo of all of us together, which is a bit sad. I feel like we probably should have at least gotten that. It just goes to show that I'd be terrible at vlogging. But yeah, again, like I said, I just wanted to live in the moment and not think about all those things. Joey really loved it. I learned so much about him when I was traveling. One, that he is a massive flirt. Every time we got on the train and he saw, you know, a pretty lady, he would just look at them and then start smiling. And it was like trying to keep him contained. And people just came over and they wanted to take photos with him. It's funny because I never get that here. But over there we got that quite a lot. So that was really surprising. I am gonna take the brown shade, the other matte shade. So there are only two mattes, which are these two. And I'm gonna take that and just kind of add it into my crease. I just love the color combinations that you can create with this palette. So when we were in Japan, we stayed in Shinjuku and we stayed about 600 meters from Isetan. If you haven't been to Japan, they have shopping malls or shopping centers, and generally the food court is at the basement level and they're so amazing. There's just so many options, and when you are traveling with a baby, any place that is loud, busy, that's the kind of place that I feel comfortable eating at, because I don't feel like we'll be disruptive because it's already loud and crazy. So oftentimes we did eat at food courts and Japanese fast food places, which are amazing and fantastic. And I don't feel like you have to look up anywhere to actually eat well. You can pretty much go anywhere and the food is amazing, which is what I love about Japan. I'm gonna be a bit boring and go for the gold shade because I don't think I've used it yet. So let's do that and put that on the center. This is a nice gold. My brush is also dry, by the way. I hate wetting my brush. I would rather use my finger or a kind of a glitter glue. I'm just scared of ruining my brushes and the eyeshadow in the palette. I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna add that into the outer V and kind of use that to line my upper lash line as well. Going back to what we were doing in Japan, we just stayed in Tokyo because we just wanted, you know, convenience. This is not my first time going to Japan, so I wasn't really, we weren't really planning to do much sightseeing. It was mostly doing things with Joey, like the aquarium and the museums and things like that. Just walking around, mostly kids' activities with a sprinkling of shopping. Because it was school holidays, everything was packed. Everything. So it wasn't an ideal time to go, and I would not suggest going in August. We have all that in Melbourne, but we honestly, even though we live in the city and like 500 meters away from a museum, we just never go. I think it's one of those things where because you're there, you just never do it. I will say that the flight was absolutely terrible. It was 10 hours, which I feel is pretty short being an Australian, and everywhere takes a long time to get to, but it was very difficult with Joey. Now on our flight there, we did opt for a night flight because I thought, baby, they can sleep at night, but our flight was delayed by 2 hours and it left at 2:30 a.m. So we were exhausted. Joey was exhausted, but not quite asleep. And so that was a bad combination. We did have a flight back that was during the daytime and that was much more manageable. So in future, I will definitely be doing day flights rather than night flights. JAL is a really good airline to fly with. They had also Moss Burger, which if you don't know Moss Burger, they're kind of like Japanese Maccas, but you can get rice there and things like that, which I think is cool. And that was the best in-flight meal I've ever had. In future, that is what I'd like, just a burger. Just give me a burger and I'm good. The concealer that I brought with me is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, which I've pretty much done. And I did take this because I wanted to use it up. I also did bring with me my Cle de Peau concealer, and this is a really nice spot concealer, and it's basically done. There is only a very little amount left. I was very, very tempted to buy another one of this. Cle de Peau, there's so many counters there, and I think it's more accessible than over here. But I said to myself, I have so many concealers, I need to get through them before I buy another one. I also was very much aware that Tom, my husband, and Joey aren't really into shopping, so I didn't want to spend too much time just buying makeup, because let me tell you, if I was by myself during this trip, I would have spent more money and more time shopping. I was good in the cheek department. I only brought 2 options. I brought a cream or liquid option, which is this 3 Epic Dash, which is a gorgeous color. And then my favorite Suqqu blush. This is the Pure Color blush in 102. It's limited edition, which is stupid. This is a gorgeous bronzer shade, and this is a beautiful orange blush, which I love orange blushes. So I did rotate between the 2. Sometimes I would use one, sometimes I'd use the other, sometimes I use a combination of the 2. Let's do a liquid, this one, because I won't sweat it off today because it is cold in Melbourne and my makeup stays put. This is actually a very similar color to my RMK blush, which is in my project pan. Also love this brand. This is a Japanese brand. I love the aesthetic. I love the products that I've tried from them. And I did actually buy more things from 3. So I might do a Japan haul soon if you're interested. Makeup, and then I also bought clothes because I have an obsession with pleats please. I'm not sure if you've noticed. I think some of you have, because some of you have actually commented and said, I've noticed that, you know, you kind of wear the same sort of style, which I do. I'm a creature of habit. I've been wearing the same clothes for 5+ years. They're made in Japan, so I stocked up when I was there. So yeah, these are the cheeks, really natural, which is kind of the Japanese style. I kind of felt like in some ways when I was wearing makeup like this that it was quite heavy, because over there the focus is really on skin, really beautiful skin, and then really simple eye makeup. So use this, and I did use this. So I think these 2 were good things to pack in. I did bring one powder, which is my Diaphanous powder from Rouge by Rouge. This is a very good powder. Didn't really help keep my face from sweating off, but it is nice and blurring. So on days like this where it's cold, it's good. But on, you know, if you live in a humid and very hot climate, this won't do anything. This is gonna sweat off, which we did a lot of walking, so I sweated everything off except my eye makeup. Eyebrows, I did pack this one, which is the IT Cosmetics Brow Powder, Brow Power. This is nearly done. I'm so excited. This is so nearly done. Look at that. So good. I can't wait to get this out of my life. It's really not the best, but I've just kind of made it work. So 5 minutes of finessing later, my eyebrows are done. I did feel like, compared to Japanese women, my eyebrows were quite thick and defined. I think that over there, the trend is kind of more natural brows. In terms of mascaras, I brought this one and then my Miniso one, which I love for my lower lashes because I feel like it's so black and very waterproof. This one, my Wet n Wild one, this is the one that Georgia gave me. I just used for my brows, just to kind of keep them in place and give them a little bit of just definition. I also use this mascara for my lash extensions. I actually got a refill done, but after this I'm planning to just take them off because they're too much effort, too much work. These lash extensions, because of what the type of extensions they are, which is a new technique, apparently this is a blooming lash, you can actually wear mascara and put mascara on. Usually with extensions, you're not supposed to put any mascara on. I think this mascara gives really nice separation. It doesn't really add anything to your lash, but it's like if you've got already beautiful lashes, long and lush, this is just gonna help kind of separate them and define them a little bit more. Sometimes I do think I would love really beautiful, long, natural lashes, but if I'm hairy there, I'll be hairy everywhere. And I have to say, I'm lucky because I don't have to do too much upkeep with the hair on my body. Not that you have to, but I just like how I am. So too much information. I like my lashes to look kind of clumpy. And I think that's a Japanese thing too. What else do I have in here? Oh, I forgot to mention I did actually bring this Pat McGrath kind of highlighter, although I use this as a bronzer. I did actually use this quite a few times, but I'm not going to use it today. I actually use this side as a lip balm because on my cheeks, it doesn't look good. And it just kind of smears everywhere. I think this would be better if you have super dry skin. I did also bring this eyeliner. This is a Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liner. And I did use this maybe a few times, not that much, but I do think a black liner is good to have on hand. Although if I didn't have one, I mean, in Japan, you've got so many options at the drugstore. Their drugstore eyeliner and mascaras are awesome. I really do recommend picking up some if you go to Japan. For lips, I brought a few options. Of course I did, because it's lips. All these lipstick options. I've got the Flesh 5 from Pat McGrath. I also brought Elson 2 from Pat McGrath, which I've already taken out of my bag, which is a bright, beautiful orange red. Then I bought Miami Fever from Ofra. I think I wore this once. I brought Just Add Marshmallows. Did not wear this at all. I think I'll wear this today. Suqqu lipstick in 11, which is my favorite nude of all time. Use this quite a lot. Suqqu lipstick in 15. I also wore this one as well. This is more of a brown shade. I'll just give them a swatch. Beautiful, love it. Dose of Colors Brillo. This is also from the Iluvsarahii collection with Dose of Colors. Do not like this. It's gritty and I can feel it on my lips. I really do not like this gloss, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad because it looks like this would be a really nice shade, but it's just too gritty. Why? Why? And then I also brought my Mecca Cosmetica Lip Deluscious lip balm. I just wore this as a lip treatment and it's almost done. There are little bits at the edges, which is very difficult to get. It actually smells nice, like marshmallows. Kind of a faint scent, not too strong. So yeah, that's everything I brought. I did bring a beauty blender as well and some tooth floss. You need tooth floss. So this is the look today. I'm still in my PJs. I still got to change and then get out the door quickly because I'm probably gonna, what time is it? If I don't, I'll be late. Actually, this is pretty representative of the kind of makeup I was doing when I was over there, if not more effort, because I just generally wanted to get out of the door pretty quickly. Actually, in hindsight, when I look at all the makeup that I brought, I don't think I was too unreasonable. I feel like I used 90% of it, so I think that's actually pretty good. Obviously, you don't need to wear makeup when you're traveling. You can do whatever you're comfortable with, but I like my makeup. I think that's all I have to say. That's all I have to share. I hope you found this fun to watch. Let me know, do you bring this much makeup or am I the only one that does this? I also did see Mariam post something similar. She also brought quite a lot of stuff as well and she went for like 2 weeks. So I feel like, you know, I think it seems to be a thing that people do. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are and I hope to catch you next one. Thanks for watching. Off to work now.